We are certainly seeing a boom in viewership of women's sports, but also a growth of women and girls playing them. One of the faster growing high school sports, girls flag football. And while a lot of colleges aren't quite there yet, they will be. One in the region already jumping in, Hartwick College in Oneonta. So we welcome in Athletic Director Paul Vecchio. Paul, great to see you. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Flag football, a varsity sport for women next school year. So we're talking in the fall. There aren't a lot of other schools offering it. Maybe, I think, maybe a dozen, 15, something like that at the varsity level. So how did Hartwick get to that point they decided to add this as a varsity sport?
Well, to be real honest with you, I was aware of flag football. Obviously knew that the NFL has spent a good amount of time the last few years marketing the sport, particularly for girls and women. But it was actually at an Empire 8 meeting conference that we're in this fall that I heard my colleague Danny Drews at Geneseo talk about the fact that Geneseo has added the sport, and they were seeing great returns and a ton of interest in it. And that's when I found out about really the explosion at the high school level in New York State and also regionally. And for us, it's another opportunity to showcase Hartwick College to potential students, but also to me to get involved early with a women's sport that I think has tremendous potential and give young women another collegiate sport opportunity that didn't exist.
Without going too deep into it, well, I mean, great idea. What's it take, though, to add a varsity program for you at Hartwick?
Well, obviously, we did a pro forma, and we certainly want to make sure that it's something that we can afford to do and that we can do well. We had 19 currently we have 19 intercollegiate sports that we feel like are supported very well here on campus. And so ultimately what we'll look at is roster-wise where we think we'll be able to draw from, and we're looking at hopefully 25 to 30 eventual members of our flag football team. And if that comes to fruition, then we feel really good about what that will do in terms of enrollment and revenue to be able to compete at a very high level in that sport, as I know we're going to see continued growth in flag football. You mentioned that there aren't a lot of schools playing right now. I think that's going to change a great deal over the next 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, I was going to say probably pretty soon. But for now, who do you end up playing? Like, what would a schedule potentially look like? Are there people nearby, or do you play a smaller schedule just to get started?
Yeah, next year I think will be a little bit dependent on the number of student athletes that we have. I mentioned Geneseo earlier is adding the sport next year as well. Villa Maria up the road from them in Buffalo. St. Joseph's on Long Island just added the sport. There are 3 schools in Pennsylvania that are in pretty easy driving distance from us here in Oneonta that have also added the sport, and I anticipate that there'll be others. The Empire 8 is very interested in membership amongst our conference teams, and I think there'll probably be some others that will be starting the sport probably within the next year or two. So we feel like within our region, probably within a 3 or 4 hour driving distance, we'll be able to schedule, and then eventually we would like to probably play somewhere between 8 and 12 games on a regular basis. And flag football is a spring sport. Runs opposite of, traditional men's football, which is played in the fall. So that will also open up opportunities for multi-sport athletes. If you're a soccer player, volleyball player, basketball player, you could still play flag football in college.
Interesting. Got about a minute left here. We've talked about, and you kind of touched on this earlier, but I want you to go a smidge deeper here in this last minute, how big this is for not just the athletic department, but for the school overall.
Well, we're interested in exposing the unbelievable education that Hartwick College offers, across not only the region, but, nationally as well. Flag football is exploding on a national level. It's huge in the Southeast, not surprising as football is, but also in pockets in the Southwest and across the country, which gives us an opportunity to talk to student athletes about being a forerunner in flag football. here at the collegiate level. And so for us, it's another great way to market Hartwick College and the amazing educational opportunities that we can offer.
Great stuff. Paul, I'm running out of time here. I really appreciate you. Before we go, I'd be remiss if I didn't say you're also adding men's volleyball as well. So I wanted to get that in there. Out of time. We're going to have you back again. I want to talk a little bit more about all of this. It's great stuff, but an awesome conversation. Really appreciate you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.